Good afternoon, each one of us. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the call. We are at the fifth edition of Business Opportunity Over Chai webinar, which is organized by Franchise India. At Franchise India, we truly believe in social distancing as well as growth for each one of us. Keeping in mind the same scenario, the same structure, every day we are organizing webinar with some of our important clients associated with Franchise India. With this introduction, I would like to welcome our panelists, Chairman Franchise India, Gaurav Maria, and MD, Ms. Sonia Chaudhary. Today, we are doing webinar on one of the important brands, ShopX. They are into retail network company. If I talk about panelists from ShopX side, we have four participants. Amit Sharma, we welcome Amit Sharma, who is the co-founder and CEO of the company. We welcome Devashish Datta. He heads organized retail. Then we welcome Ritika Rathi. She's the growth manager for organized retail. And last but not the least, Ajinkya Patil is the category head for organized retail. With this introduction, I would like to invite entire ShopX team and our panelists for today's session. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you and good morning, everybody. Thanks for the introduction. Welcome to all of you. Thanks for taking the time. This is Amit here. I started ShopX about 5 years ago. We will briefly share what ShopX is all about and what opportunities it presents for all of you today. It's a very exciting modern digital franchising model. But before that, I just wanted to take a moment and uh, hope everybody in your families, yourself, your organizations is doing well. It's a very tough time for people as well as businesses. So just a word on that note before we get started. I hope everybody's doing well. Uh, so moving on, if we can move on to the next slide, Ritika. Yes. Okay, so let me briefly explain what ShopX is in simple terms to all of you. So, we are a platform for connecting brands, consumers, and retailers. Uh, we are a SME or a small retailer focused company. Back in 2015, this is an opportunity that we had spotted that, you know, the future of India lies in digitizing the small retailer and large format, what's called modern trade and large format retail, what Walmart pioneered in India, and many people are following that format in India, is relevant, but only to a certain degree. And in India, even today, 90% of consumers buy from small shops, our neighborhood store, Kirana store, uh, 10 by 10, 10 by 20 feet shops. And we really recognize that that is the lifeblood of the Indian economy. And therefore, what we must do is to provide a digital platform for these small retailers. So that's about ShopX, and that's what we do. We take a small shop, we provide them a lot of value-adding modernization features. Like some of them are listed: local pickup and delivery, home delivery services, customer connect and loyalty. Ritika, if you can go back for a second. And you know B2B buying, credit, uh, you know local marketing services, and so on. So it's really this combination of physical services and a digital platform for small format. That's the heart of ShopX. Let's go on. So today, this is how the company looks. Just to give you an indication, before the COVID times, during the season, we had done almost about 500 crores a month of business. We have almost 2 lakh now. This data is also a little dated. We are adding new retailers every month. So we now have about 2 lakh stores associated with us in almost 500 towns all across India. And all the red parts are where ShopX has a presence. The numbers indicate how many stores we have associated with us. throughout the country. So it's a big network doing almost 500 crore amounts to almost $1 billion scale on an annualized basis. Now these stores are existing stores. Okay, Ritika, just go on. And these are, so we can skip this. I think we have covered. I'll pause on this. So these stores are small stores, and what we are going to talk about today is something called the ShopX Edge, which is a special format for franchising. A quick word about the company. I am one of the co-founders, and I come from a mix of entrepreneurship. I've started two non-profits or NGOs and a couple of companies. Everything has been successful, and now we started ShopX. I was briefly in the US, studied there at UCLA, and then came back to India to do this. We have some amazing people from around the world. Mr. Nandan Nilekani probably needs no introduction. So he was our first investor in the company, and we have Pramod Verma, who is working with the government to develop a lot of the digital India products. UPI, for instance, and so on, was architected by him. Aadhaar. Uh, Jagdish Kini ji was CEO of Airtel, and before that CEO of L'Oreal and Gillette in India. And a couple of years ago, we raised money from a Hong Kong-based company called Li and Fung, which is a massive global supply chain company. And Rajesh is a global leader from them. I'm also happy to announce that we last week were joined by Mr. Nitin Noria, who's the Dean of the Harvard Business School in Boston, US. He joined our advisory board. So that's another addition to our team. Go on, Ritika. So I think, Dev, at this point, would you like to take over and jump in?
Yes. So maybe Amit, you can keep, as I said, it's more of a interactive and, so what we basically, this was a relevant point for our model that, what COVID has suddenly done to businesses, probably this is something which has created a unknown disruption in the industry, right? Suddenly the market has changed from where it was. We had global big companies with almost zero sales for a month or two, even in local Indian companies, small markets, medium size, all have been disrupted, right? For 45, 60 days, stores are all closed. And since our focus is more on modernizing the small trade, which Amit spoke about. So from that perspective, it's been a massive disruption in that industry. They've been hit the worst with the overhead cost impacts, whether it's for their rentals or their working capital, which is there, or their own running of the stores, right? The entire livelihood of small and medium entrepreneurs have been severely impacted. More than that, I think one of the biggest challenges which small retailers on the mobile sector faces on the inventory side, other than the credit. Because now what has happened is they've been lying inventories of January and February, which have been unsold, and now we are in May. So 5 months of unsold inventory, no rotation happening, has created an additional problem for the retailers. Receivable, as I said, most of the money, neither you're able to get the money which is there in the market, or the entire cycle of rotation of inventory has come to a virtual standstill. Another challenge which has started impacting most of these retailers are on the credit side. Suddenly credits which were easy available through the NBFCs, through the local channels, whether non-organized, had suddenly become difficult. We work with a lot of credit rating companies, and they have downgraded the entire process of issuing EC credit. Now what happens at small retailer side, they do not have the necessary bandwidth in terms of their balance sheets or business, which can easily get them credit. Now, when credit becomes difficult, probably they are the ones, the small, medium retailers get impacted immediate, right? They need credit to run, rotate inventory. But the good thing, what has suddenly happened, which is realizes, and where ShopX has been one of the, probably we've been a front runner in this, that people who have presence on the digital side of business, if you see the e-commerce company, the B2B companies, suddenly they became so relevant. We were buying stuff. The entire movement was, technology driven companies became, has suddenly taken over the initial, manual way of going to the store and picking up goods, right? Suddenly people have started using apps. Suddenly people have started using more technology. So what we meant to say is the modern trade suddenly has become more relevant. General trade, by the virtue of the pressures of the disruptions, the cost, the inventory, and now they have to compete more with modern trade, especially companies which are on digital platform. They've suddenly become, part of our day-to-day transaction at our household, whether it's for grocery. ShopX alone has been tirelessly working on doing groceries, FMCG, and essential medicals to all our partners. So companies which had that digital platform will suddenly become more and more relevant, whereas which is the main reason for us that we've been working on creating a small format but modern trade store retail chain, which we'll probably cover in our next slide. Ritika, if you could just quickly just check the next slide.
One moment.
So based on all these, these factors have become more relevant now, but we've been working on putting together this format of creating one of the largest chain of small format, modern trade, multi-brand mobiles. Mobiles, as you know, we mentioned, is probably one of the most fastest growing business verticals and fastest growing business, with more and more launches coming up, more and more technology spreading to all corners, everyone looking to connect with the modern world, with the digital world. So what we are trying to create through essentially through our ShopX vision is to build the largest small format, modern trade, multi-brand mobile chain. Now, how it is different from a normal chain which is there in the market, in the GT market. And all of it which we are currently saying that we want to introduce is all in our general trade market, which is still 80 to 85% of the entire mobile industry. Another good thing is, positive thing is 70%, maybe above, the contribution of phones which are sold at less than 20,000, 15,000 is close to 70% and above, which is the massive consumer belt, which is still pretty unorganized. Digitalization technology is not there. It is more of, going into a store and buying a phone. So there is this is probably one terrain which we feel as a company, by the platform, we would want to digitalize it and provide that experience to those 70% of consumer who are buying those phones, right? So how we are different is we are enabling that mobile business with technology, and which my colleague will probably cover, how we are bringing in technology, how we are bringing in digitalization in order to build a separate brand in the entire GT market. And our main focus is on non-metro tier 1 and tier 2 cities, which we call the Bharat 2. That is where the demand happens the most. The maximum demands for mobile, consumable, everything, right, is all coming from these brands. And these are the cities and markets which we are trying to modernize. Our idea is how we are different, how our model is different. We are operating a FOCO model, wherein the investment is that of a franchisee, but the entire operation of the store, whether from running of the stores, from brand, from promoters, from employees, even the OPEX, everything is managed by ShopX, so that we are able to bring the same experience across all our stores in India. And our idea is to launch new stores in key market clusters. We are trying to build clusters-wide growth, starting from Delhi and Maharashtra. Transform those stores by bringing in technology. How technology will help is suddenly you'll have new avenues of sale. When you're trying to compete with a store which is nearby, who's just probably competing on few parameters of being able to operate at a large scale or put money, but there is no digital platform which that store has. There's no technology enabling that the store does, which is what we are trying to bring in, and obviously increase the overall market penetration. Ritika, probably you can go to the next slide. Yeah, Ritika, maybe continue.
Just to add on over here, so this is just one slide which is kind of depicting the current general trade market, how a current multi-brand mobile store would look like in, say, the lane next to you. So if you see, these are pictures of, like, say, 4 different stores, but almost all the stores look the same with no real innovation. There is nothing which differentiates one store from the other. And there is no uniqueness in any of the store. Plus, in terms of, like, say, the inventory storing, if you see, it's very difficult once the consumer steps in any of these stores to differentiate, say, from one particular phone to other. So none of these stores are actually talking to the consumers or directing the consumers in the correct direction, or something that, if I am going into any of these stores and if I am looking for, say, a particular accessory or a phone, it would be very difficult to do so without the assistance of the store manager. So yahi par hamara focus ye hai ki overall we want to give an experience to the consumer where once they step into a edge store, they find the differentiation jo उनको जो भी नेक्स्ट स्टोर है उसमें वो डिफरेंशिएशन ना दिखे. सो दैट डिफरेंशिएशन इज व्हाट वी वांट टू गिव इन द एज स्टोर. And how we will do that, we'll just, so first thing that we'll do is to work on the overall layout of the store. So the biggest change that we will bring in is in terms of, say, the overall inventory classification. So within the store हम inventory को classify करेंगे that you know ये section of phone है जो best है say gaming के लिए, ये section of phones है जो अभी के latest launches हैं in the market, and से प्राइस बैंड वाइज हम उनको सेग्रीगेट करेंगे. प्लस से देयर आर फोन्स जो बैटरी वाइज बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म करते हैं. सो ऑल दोस क्लासिफिकेशंस विल बी देयर सेक्शन वाइज. जो कंज्यूमर खुद एक बार वो एंटर करेगा ना तो उसको वो वैसे ही दिखेगा इस स्टोर में. प्लस वी विल ब्रिंग इन अ लॉट ऑफ डिजिटल एलिमेंट्स विच विल हेल्प द कंज्यूमर्स इनसाइड द स्टोर. सो द डिजिटल एलिमेंट्स जिसके बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं, सो फर्स्ट थिंग विल बी ऑल द स्टोर्स विल हैव अ डिजिटल कियोस्क. So now, what will this digital kiosk do? इसमें दो फीचर्स होंगे. पहला फीचर ये होगा कि कोई भी कस्टमर अगर स्टोर में एंटर कर रहा है एंड उसको अभी लाइक से कोई आइडिया नहीं है कि उसको कौन सा फोन चाहिए, तो ये कियोस्क उनको बस सिंपल 3 या 4 क्वेश्चन पूछेगा कि आपका बजट क्या है, आप लार्जली फोन में क्या करते हो, गेम खेलते हो या इंटरनेट सर्फ करते हो. ऐसे सिंपल 2-3 क्वेश्चंस के आंसर के बाद ये कियोस्क खुद बोल देगा कि आपके बजट में ये बेस्ट 4 फोन है, एंड वो लिंक कस्टमर के मोबाइल नंबर पे चला जाएगा, एंड देन द कस्टमर कैन डू द सेल्फ चेकआउट प्रोसेस. सो दिस विल बेसिकली गाइड द कंज्यूमर की इन योर बजट व्हाट इज द बेस्ट फोन दैट यू कैन गेट. प्लस इन दिस कियोस्क लाइक से अगर कोई कंज्यूमर है जो आ रहा है जिसके दिमाग में लाइक से 2-3 फोन है ऑलरेडी, बट उसको ये नहीं पता कि उनके फीचर्स क्या है या क्या किसका फीचर है, सो इसमें एक और फीचर होगा फाइंड एंड कंपेयर फोन्स. द कस्टमर कैन गो कंपेयर द फोन्स एंड देन काइंड ऑफ टेक अ डिसीजन कि उसको एक्चुअली कौन सा फोन खरीदना है. प्लस इसमें स्टोर में जितने भी ऑफर्स रन कर रहे होंगे, एंड ऑल्सो आई थिंक देव मेंशन कि हम क्लस्टर वाइज ग्रोथ करेंगे. सो विद इन द क्लस्टर जितना भी फोन है हर शॉपिंग एज स्टोर में वो इस डिजिटल कियोस्क में विजिबल होगा. So the customer can actually choose the phone that they want to buy from the overall cluster and not only जो उस store पे available है. So ये एक unique feature है जो बाकी के जो general trade stores होंगे उनके पास नहीं होगा. The other thing is an informative LED screen. So in this screen store के सारे offers जो हैं plus से अगर कोई latest launch है उसका brand का videos. Also within the store we will be creating a lot of digital experience in terms of something where the customer can go and promote the store on digital media like say Instagram, Facebook. So all those videos जो हम store में बनाएंगे with the consumers will also play on this LED screen. So one of those events that we will do inside the store is like say a unique unboxing experience. So अभी आप कार खरीदने जाते हो तो how there is an experience created where the person kind of hands over the key. So similarly store में एक platform होगा for creating a video for the consumer जब वो phone unbox कर रहा है, and we will use augmented reality for like say on the background of the consumer there will be like say a congratulations video which would through augmented reality get added to the entire video. And what we'll do is we'll share it with the consumer. They can promote it on their digital media जिससे store का promotion हो. Plus we will run it in the LED screen. And overall ShopX level पे the marketing and promotions that we do at a brand level, that is also where we'll promote this, and that will help more consumer demand come into the store. Plus, at the entrance of the store, what we are planning to do is put a 3D hologram fan. Now, काफी बार ये होता है कि how do we attract जो consumer passerbys है inside the store? So basically, at the entrance there will be this 3D fan जो store के key features highlight करेगा. Like say best prices available, 100% genuine products available है store पे, plus consumer finance available है, आपको आफ्टर सेल सर्विसेज मिलेगा. सो ये सब स्टोर के गेट पे एक 3D इमेज के फॉर्म में रन करेगा. सो दैट विल हेल्प अस अट्रैक्ट मोर कंज्यूमर्स वॉकिंग इन इनसाइड द स्टोर. सो दीज आर ऑल द डिजिटल एक्सपीरियंसेस दैट वी विल बी कवरिंग इन द स्टोर. प्लस these are the other strengths. Ajinkya, you want to step in? So the other things which is available in the GT market, we will continue those things जो अभी भी उनको मिल रहा है, and that also with an augmented service experience. अजिंक्य?
Yeah. So एक typical mid-size GT store जो होता है उसके अंदर 1 or 2 या maximum 3 brand को they can promote or they can focus. तो शॉपेक्स अपनी स्ट्रेंथ में we can expand to multiple brands or all key brands के phones available. We can make sure that they are available. ये एक्चुअली टिपिकल जीटी स्टोर में एक या दो ब्रांड के ऊपर फोकस इसलिए होता है क्योंकि उनके पास वर्किंग कैपिटल नहीं होता या ब्रांड के डायरेक्ट टच पॉइंट्स नहीं होते हैं जो वी आर ट्राइंग टू कवर एंड क्लोज व्हेन इन अ टिपिकल शॉपेक्स एट स्टोर क्योंकि यहाँ पे ब्रांड के साथ डायरेक्ट टाई अप होता है. सो दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई वी कैन प्रोवाइड मैक्सिमम विजिबिलिटी विद रिस्पेक्ट टू ब्रांड, विद रिस्पेक्ट टू डिस्प्ले. तो अगर एक स्टोर का जो पहले जो इमेजेस में अगर देखा हुआ तो डिस्प्ले साइज हमारा ज्यादा है, तो 20, 25, 30 फोन्स डेमो फोन्स वी कैन शो. और उसके साथ वी प्रोवाइड अ स्टैंडर्ड जीटी एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ यूनिक एलिमेंट्स लाइक स्मार्ट टेक्नोलॉजी. जैसे रितिका ने बताया, वी ऑल्सो प्रोवाइड शॉपेक्स सील ट्रस्ट. मतलब एक जगह पे अगर कस्टमर ने आके कुछ खरीदा, उनको कुछ इशू आया एंड इफ इज अगर उन्होंने जगह चेंज कर ली, अगर कोई और उनके पास नया जीटी स्टोर आ गया शॉपेक्स एज का, तो दे कैन गो एंड सर्विस देयर इशू ओवर देयर इन नियरेस्ट शॉपेक्स एज स्टोर. सो ये सारी यूनिक फीचर्स वी प्रोवाइड. Along with it, mobile insurance, extended warranty, buyback, these all things are provided in the Shoppex typical GT store.
And basically, just to add, basically what are we trying to, maybe Ritika, we can go to the next slide, but what are we trying to essentially achieve is most of these independent GT stores which operate, they do not have scale. The ones who probably do most of the business are probably the ones who operate at scale, but the other GT stores, which is catering to 70% of the population buying phones, they do not get that kind of experience. They do not get that kind of support. Imagine if I have bought a phone and it is under warranty in a GT market. Now, what I'm required to do, I'll have to call up the specific phone service provider. I bought a Vivo phone, go to the nearest center, go myself with the warranty card, provide everything. So but what we are trying to do is we are trying to provide that service element. We're trying to bring that service element to these consumers. So today, if you buy any phone from a ShopEx outlet, and let's say within a warranty period, there is a problem, you can walk into, in the future, you can walk into any ShopEx store and, nearest ShopEx store, provide your bill, and then ShopEx will manage the service later. So these are small elements which we are trying to bring in as which we call a service element. When we talk about a modern store, our mind is whether we are a Chroma or a Purvika or any other modern store. But when you talk about GT store, there is no experience, right? There's no service. There's no focus on service. We are trying to bring in a store which is well stocked. You have all major products, all services available in one single window. You walk into the store, there's nothing that is not available. Second is we are providing digital platform. We are allowing investors today to invest in a store where the entire inventory is shared between a cluster. Tomorrow, you don't have to stock individual inventory at each store, which then remains unsold. We are sharing of inventory, so we are bringing in technology. Third is obviously we are putting a lot of focus on service and experience. Why would the customer come back again to my store to buy the same thing? That is the brand loyalty we are creating through service. So these are three main differentiators that ShopEx SME model has vis-a-vis any other competitor, whether in a modern trade, whether in a general trade. Last point I would say is on experience point. Somebody pointed out, when you walk into a McDonald's, right? You buy a 25 rupee burger or you buy a entire meal plan, you get the same service and experience. That's exactly is our model. Whether you walk in to buy a 500 rupee accessory or a 2000 rupee phone, or you buy a 15,000, you will get the same benefits, same experience, which normally people buy in a big store. They go to Chroma to get. That's the differentiator. Now, quickly just talking about the first store. We are coming up with our first store, which is coming up in Delhi, in northwest of Delhi at Narela. This store, we are starting the construction today. This is the plan. All our fabrication and all is ordered. It's a 350 square feet store. There's another one which probably will start another 1 week because that's still in orange area. So we are going ahead with cluster wise expansion. So we've chosen a cluster which is Narela, Rohini. For people in Delhi, they would know a very semi-urban, semi-rural, but a huge market of 5 kilometers, a huge market belt of 5 kilometers with store either side. And this is the first store which we'll be launching hopefully within 30 days from today. This should be up and running. So with all the features that we spoke about, the first in the market, first of its kind, probably in the entire mobile industry. Next slide, Ritika.
Just 1 minute. It's actually a lag.
Yeah.
Just 1 minute.
So probably in 15 days, 20 days, hopefully people would want to see what kind of stores are probably, what is the kind of store layout, how we're bringing in technology. We're more than happy to, have you. We're creating a lot of awareness about the new model on the platform, on the media. We are starting with Delhi and Maharashtra. By the time this, so since we are going with cluster-wise approach, so what we've decided is we've started identified Delhi and Maharashtra as the first two belts. Within these belts, we're going to start cluster-wise, so that what cluster-wise will do is suddenly it will give us visibility in the market. It will allow us to share of inventory, share of resources, which is why each investor would be, I saw one of the questions from the investor, how do you protect my business? We protect your business by providing you the best opportunity to sell, service your customer, service all the brands which are under possible, and provide you with a minimum guarantee, which allows you to take care. So let's suppose we had a ShopX management store and it was running by us. We provide a minimum guarantee to all our investors. Whether and that happens, that helps you in these chances, in these current situations which came in where markets are lean, suddenly there's a disruption. So the investors are able to get an assured return on their business. That's how we worked out this model. Ritika, you'll quickly go through the financial facts so that we then...
Yes. So I think we've spoken on what a ShopX Managed Edge store would look like. So we'll quickly give you the details in terms of what would be the investment that one franchisee needs to make per store and what would be the overall returns. So basically to set up this long chain, we will obviously need unit franchisees across India because we have a pan-India plan, which we'll take you through in a short while. So if I come to say point number 3, so every unit franchisee needs to invest 15,75,000 per store, and the returns that the unit franchisee would make is 5% of revenue, which is approximately a return of 55% per annum post the break even, post the investment gets recovered of 15,75,000. Each franchisee stands to make an annual return of approximately 55% on the investment, on the initial investment made, or 50,000 rupees per month, whichever is higher. So 50,000 is the minimum guarantee. A guaranteed return of 50,000 is what you get in this particular model per month. So after the initial investment of 15,75,000 is made, the unit franchisee need not bear any other OPEX expenses of the store or say any expenses in terms of procurement of inventory, OPEX expenses being your manpower cost, your admin cost, electricity. So कोई और खर्चा bear नहीं करना है unit franchisee को. The only expense जो एक unit franchisee को bear करना है after the initial investment is the monthly rental of the store. So अगर store खुद का है तो of course there will be no monthly rental. If a store is leased, then the monthly rental is what the unit franchisee needs to bear. And एक चीज जो मैं ensure कर रहे हैं इस model में कि किसी भी store का rent will not, we will make sure that we don't launch any store under this model जिसका rental 50,000 से above. So we will make sure that all the stores that come in, uska rental 50,000 se below hi ho, so that the minimum guarantee that you're getting will cover the exposure of the rental expenses. And overall, you make a 5% of revenue or 50,000, whichever is higher. And the 5% of revenue net of all your rental expenses will be approximately 55% return on your investment. Anything you want to add over here, Dave or Ajinkya? What we can do is then...
I think we can just quickly go through the financials, Ritika. Let's quickly cover the unit franchisee financials. And so then we can then take collectively questions.
Can you go to the, just skip the, go to the next slide and now go to one more, just go next. No, just go to the third franchise financial model.
This one, yes.
Yeah, this one. No. Go one. Yeah, this one. So this is the detailed financial model. So just to explain you, in the year one, what we've taken is that the monthly sales of the store on an average would be 12,50,000. Just to give a brief background over here, we've done a benchmarking of all the other current existing GT stores, which is say of between the range of 200 to 350 square feet. So the average monthly sales which happens actually in these stores is in the range of 18 lakhs to 20 lakh and upwards. However, we've taken a conservative benchmark of monthly sales of 12,50,000. So there's a potential, an upward potential to earn more because of the conservative benchmark that we've taken. So if the monthly sales is on an average 12,50,000 for the first year, the 5% of revenue which the franchisee would make is 7,50,000, of which say the rental expenses which we are saying is would be say 50,000 per month. So that would say come down to 6 lakhs. So the net returns on the first year would be 1,50,000 operating profit to franchisee is what we are seeing. So overall, in the first 3 years, the franchisee would recover the entire investment that is made for the franchise fee and the overall capex investment in the store. Post the third year, the returns with the franchisee gets is on an average 55% on the investment that he makes. So if you see the second last row in the year 4, year 5, you would see the returns and the potential returns which the investor can make post the rental expenses are paid off. So if you could go to the, so this is the overall summary in terms of the investment and returns. So the overall investment is 15,75,000, of which 5,75,000 which would be on the overall platform fees and the interior and fit out of the store, and 10 lakhs would be invested towards stocking the inventory. One more point over here, once the 10 lakh is what the investor is setting aside. We are setting aside out of the total investment for inventory, but the actual inventory which will be there in the store will be upward of 10 lakhs. So we will make sure that each store is stocked at least with inventory worth 15 to 17 lakhs on an overall investment of 10 lakhs. So that would be something that we will manage with our overall back-end brand alignments and brand deals. We can go to the next slide. So probably this is the overall roles and responsibility of the master franchisee, under which we would map all the unit franchisee stores. So if anyone is interested in the overall master franchisee model, what we can do is that we can separately speak to that person after this particular call and coordinate with Franchise India for the same. We can go to the next slide. Dave, you want to take this up in terms of what is our overall rollout strategy?
There are a lot of interesting questions which I'm currently, engaged on the Q&A session, but most of them are probably, one of his our strategy, rollout strategy is obviously we're trying to create the largest chain. So our idea is to get 1,000 plus stores by next financial year end. But the key is we're going to start with 20 stores in Delhi and Maharashtra, because these are the two clusters that we've identified where this model will be introducing. And then we have a state-wise onboarding which has to be done in our neighboring states, whether we get into Haryana or we get into South and everything. But idea is to launch 150 stores by next quarter in order to start the scale. Now, I'll probably quickly, talk about the questions which are coming on the, all about the investments and all. We'll be happy to, we'll probably, Ritika has now covered all regarding the financials. You can reach out to us through Franchise India and we can have a separate one-to-one session along. But if there are any specific questions, probably we can cover them now.
So Dev, thank you very much. And thanks the entire ShopX team, especially Amit, founder of ShopX. I think great to have you, Amit. We were not expecting, but I think you took time to come out and address yourself. It shows that how much commitment the founders themselves have on the business. And I feel that we had this multiple times discussion, but this is the time where people would recognize what you created but 5 years back, how we can empower these small retailers, and we probably are doing a great service to the country because they're the most affected. We see our statistics say that about 22% of these small retailers would not be able to come back because and a lot of landlords would have issue because they have their properties, great properties, and they don't have opportunities to run on them. So it's probably the best timing, and that's why we invited ShopX to come and present to our investors, and we'll try to do more so that the word can spread even faster. So I think I see two great situations today, and there's a lot of study on that. Whatever has happened to the world, people would now go and trust companies which would offer two things. One, warmth, and warmth comes from your localization experience and so on and so forth. And second is competence. So you are a great combination of that. So sometimes the local operators bring a lot of warmth, but they have no competence. And sometimes these big companies, like I should not name, because the big boys or big boxes have a lot of competence, but they don't bring in warmth and they don't understand neighborhoods. They don't understand that. So if you are able to bring these two things together, it's a great combination. So this I should compliment. Your business model has that. Another thing which is very important for franchising, there we rate franchising on 4 parameters, and one is credibility, both by your background and your co-investors. You bring in a huge amount of credibility as a business or as a company. Second is predictability, being a technology business, and also a lot of work you're doing on analytics at the store level, especially in the business of mobile phones. And the biggest problem in mobile phone business was, how do you bring analytic on purchase behaviors? How do you know what people are going to purchase and how you stock up and stock down on that? So that predictability, because of your technology background, would be able to do that. So full marks on that. Third is scalability, because now with the inventory and the economy scale you run, you have a huge scalability as a business model, and a scalability even for the small unit, because you have no limit on terms of how much numbers you can really drive. And sometimes retail have a throughput issues and so on and so forth. So there is a scalability. And finally, which I think today's time our investors are looking at, we are getting almost every day 400 to 500 inquiries, which people tell us, we are not interested in big returns, but give us an opportunity which gives us sustainable returns. So sustainability is on the top of the mind of everybody. People don't want to make millions. They want to make a regular income, which keeps coming. So at this stage, because you're running a FOCO business, which means that, and not many companies are designed to run FOCO business. Their business models cannot be designed. Because you're running a FOCO business and you're giving this MG, it also brings in a great amount of sustainability. They don't have a pressure on liquidation of stocks. They don't have pressure on some form of OPEX. They have to only handle the rental part, which also can be very well approved in behind. So it's all 4 to me are tick marks, and I have not seen many opportunities in current times which have all 4 been available. So full marks to the team at ShopX. So we will like to take all the questions by our audience, and I think a lot of them have already been answered. So Sonia, if you want to take some questions which from the audience itself, and then we can open the panel.
Sure, thanks. Thank you, Amit. At the outset, I'd like to thank the entire team of ShopX, especially Amit, the dynamic founder and a serial entrepreneur. And you coming on this webinar, Amit, talks a lot about the credibility and also the faith, people put on a brand. And in these times, I feel investors are looking at a lot of asset classes which are defensive, where even while they put their investments on the business, they don't expect a high return, but there's some return they get over a period of time. And industries which are positively impacted, or categories where demand at this stage might be halted but not completely eliminated. And like Gaurav said, we're looking at companies, and this is a big archetype we have seen in these times, where trust is one big factor which people are making and benchmarking their choices on. And certainly businesses like yours, come as a top mention when investors or customers or consumers need to make a first choice. And also, I would add on to what Gaurav said, the choice which is made by business buyers are also a lot of other criteria that take into consideration, like the sustainability of the system, which you have been running for the past many years, the demand overall in the economy or the market, the support which a company like yours give, also the sustainability and the stability of a franchisor, and most importantly, the value of the investment which investors have invested in the business.
So,
And also I see...
Sonia, if I may just quickly come in.
Yeah.
So no, I mean, look, just a couple of quick comments for all the attendees. So thanks, Gaurav and Sonia, and thanks the team for taking us through those details. Thanks for your kind words, Gaurav and Sonia. I think two main ideas that I wanted to share with people are that, this whole model has been designed commercially, okay, to really protect your downside while giving an upside, okay. It's been designed with a minimum guarantee program so that you will never be in a situation where you have to invest capital, pay a monthly rent or expense, and you are not earning anything. So there is a complete protection on that scenario. And I think that's very rare. And I wanted to just highlight that. More details will follow. I think it's difficult to explain full commercials inside a call like this. So I would request those who are interested to reach out to the Franchisee India team or reach out to our team. We work together in any case, and we can answer those details. But I think the main idea that you get access to a very modern physical plus digital format, which is the way of the future. It's neither 100% physical nor 100% digital, but in a way that your minimum revenue every month is protected by the company, and a lot of the operational complexity is handled by us. That's the other thing, that many times we see people are hesitant that store chalane mein matlab complexity hoti hai, operations hote hain, you have to keep boys. Retail is not easy, every day you have to fight a battle, and in this case we provide that support also, okay. So we have tried to bring the complexity down to very minimal. Operational complexity is not there, we are handling it, and we are giving you a downside protection. मतलब आपको loss नहीं होगा, at least first एक साल में revenues build up होती हैं time के साथ, and in that time you will keep earning something, okay, which will cover at least your cost or close to it. So I think those are the key highlights. And the break-even period ranges. People have asked about break-even. It can be anywhere from 2.5 to 3.5 years. It depends on the location and the the dynamics of the local market. But it's a reasonable break-even period. And like Gaurav rightly said, it is a good, healthy return for low headache, low complexity. We will run the store and with very minimal risk or close to zero risk. So I think that is the highlight. And you get to be the owner of a modern retail format, and that's the other upside, of course. So those are just some thoughts I wanted to highlight for everybody. And please reach out to the Franchisee India or our team, and we will answer a few questions today. The team will, but if they are not answered, please get in touch and we are happy to get back to you. Sorry, Sonia, please carry on.
Sure. So Amit, I have this question. I don't know who wants to take it up. If you would want to take it up, or Dev, and before we let the audience start posing and putting their questions, we have been talking about a lot on the consumer experience, and today I think retail is being defined by the companies or the businesses, which will own this consumer interface or consumer experience, so to say. And a lot will depend on how end consumer, has an experience when he enters the store. So which is, in a nutshell, we are redefining the role of a store, which will play in these times, and which will be a hybrid of online and an offline version, which means we need to balance technology and also a human touch. And more than ever, stores need to offer a very unique customer experience instead of simply serving as a transactional avenue for them. And in order to cater to the changing customer preferences in this new normal, stores are looking at delivering maybe a superior product discovery experience, and also provide an access to a lot of merchandise which can be first time in the store or only in the store. So one question which I want to ask, because you also have a very big tech, I would say, platform, and a lot of inquiries and sales would happen there. What is one value proposition which is compelling to the consumer, to come to the store?
So I can take a quick stab at it, and then if our team wants to also add. I think, see, what customer wants is not very complicated. I think we all understand what customers need. It's fairly simple. Customer of today and of any time wants selection, they want price, and they want convenience. In every category, those are the three things that matter. So the question is, how do you deliver on it, right? And how do you use technology? For example, if you take selection, one of the things that technology can do is use data analytics, what we call, right, to predict what are the models that are likely to be in demand in that area. That's a very important thing, because stores are often understocked. They don't know what to carry. Customer aata hai, blue color ka mobile nahi mila, he will be disappointed, right? So what you choose to carry in the store can be, technology can be used to, and we do that. We have a lot of data because we have such a wide network. We know kis pin code mein, kis, North Delhi mein, which street has what kind of demand. Okay. So we use that data to give right selection to the consumer. That's one very important thing. Second thing, if you take price, the advantage is that we have direct tie-ups with all the brands, all the big brands. So, we are able to get better prices for the consumer, right? It's as simple as that. There are no intermediaries, right? It's directly from brand and then ShopX to the store. There is no wholesaler, there is no distributor, there is no 4 or 5 people in the middle, right? So that saves money. We pass it on to the customer, right? So again, because we are large and we have this big platform, direct relationships with everybody, Samsung, Xiaomi, all the big names you can think of, we can offer a superior price to the customer. Okay. Then you talk about convenience. One of the things I would like to highlight is that we are supporting most of our stores with home delivery. And that is the game changer. Aaj ki date mein customers may not want to visit the store also. Somebody raised this question in the Q&A, right? That can we have.
Right.
And so, that is also supported by technology and our logistics, so that customers can order from your store only. It'll be a sale for the store, but it'll be delivered at home to the customer. And we expect 30-40% of sales can tomorrow be actually home delivery. So those are some thoughts, Sonia, on those three.
Great, Amit, I think that was very helpful. I can take up some questions, which Dev, if you want to answer. I have the very first question, which is in continuation to perhaps what Amit just mentioned. In the present scenario where digital platform becomes very powerful in comparison to the physical platform, how will a company like ShopX compete? And I'll also add on to that, Dave, I also hear a lot of experts talking about the traditional way of looking beyond the four-wall economics, which they say at this stage might be outdated, and maybe a store or a physical store or a partner retailer should also have a role to play in generating some part of e-commerce sales. So do you see this online and offline, between your franchisee and your own platform somewhere integrated, or the value from that being passed on to the franchisee if he plays any kind of role in generating some kind of e-sales?
In fact, we had these questions even in the last franchisee meeting that we've done with you. There's always this question that how can we as an investor, participate in building the store or building the business? And we've always maintained that these are essentially your stores, right? We are just providing the operations. So if it's you, the investor, who are part of, it's your baby, you're running the store, you're putting in your money. So you would be we'll be hand in hand with you in order to, in fact, the first investor that we are starting our store with is equally involved with us in our inauguration strategy. How will you inform the market? How will we do the promotions? Where all the promotions have to be run? Which are the key neighborhoods where we need to inform? What mode works best? So we are essentially just an enabler, right? why we are saying that ShopX is trying to help on the operation side is we want to maintain an experience, right? You spoke about a very important point of discovery of phones, using digital technology. Today, most of the GT guys are being challenged by online stores, right? There's so many questions that I have on the Q&A. How would be your store as compared to the online? And through SME, we are doing the opposite. We are actually bringing the online customers through our integration of technology, through our integration of our own website. So ShopX is coming up with our ShopX Edge mobile websites, which would mean any person on a consumer side. Now look at the power of technology. We run these website today. You are sitting in a particular area in Delhi, searching for a phone. I want to buy a Vivo, this particular model. It shows up all ShopX stores, all stores which are ShopX partners where this model is available. The data, the contact point of those stores, those informations are given to the ShopX at stores in their neighborhood vicinity through 5 kilometers. Within that 5 kilometer range, all the ShopX partners, 10 kilometer range, will get the information of this online consumer searching for a particular phone. And how what you're helping is they will have and now the current guidelines issued by the government has actually totally eliminated the gap which was there on same model. When Samsung came up with the new model M20 some 2 months back, it came on the same price, the same day in GT versus what it came on online. So the challenge is now, how do we bring those online customers who are searching through their apps, who are searching, want the best phone, the most recently launched phone, it's through technology. And that technology we are using, still the human interface, we kept saying, our main USP is our service. Service comes from where you deal, how you interact, how well aware you make the customer feel, how you provide them with the after sale service. Now through this online integration and digital platform, we are actually bringing in the online customers to the back to the store. Because no matter what, the only benchmark which most of the consumer do is for the price on the online. They still walk into a normal GT store saying that I found this phone on online, this is at this amount, what is it available at your amount? And even if it is marginally high, they would rather buy something which they can see, feel, touch, rather than what they have seen, which is coming through an unknown channel on the partner. So that's how ShopX through our format are trying to integrate digital part, technology part, but retaining the element of store. And the investors are an equal party to our initiative.
Okay, I think we can move on. Anything else that you think we should take up?
I think some answers have already been answered. I have one gentleman called Ankit who has a question, and partially Amit, you answered that. He talks about, are the investments refundable if it fails to deliver the results? We talked about taking care of the downside. He also wants to know, is there any other product apart from mobiles? I think what he means is it just a mobile format store, or we are also putting up other devices under this format?
Yeah, no, we are. So I think two more categories which we are actively looking at is, one is devices. You have seen the wearables market grow quite well last year. So everything from bands to small appliances and wearables devices. And the second is actually accessories. So what all of you will probably know, all the investors here, is that accessories are quite high margin. So on a 10,000 rupee phone, you may only make 100, 200 rupees. When you can make the same 100, 200 rupee gross margin on a 500 rupee phone cover. Okay. So we are actually looking at both India as well as global sourcing for best in class accessories, which can really boost up the profit profile at the store, the net profitability.
Sure, that's helpful, Amit. So rest of the inquiries which I see are very specific to the cities or states people want to open. And I have somebody from West Bengal, Sumit. He says, I assume there are currently no plans to open in West Bengal in near future, but I would not like to lose the opportunity of opening perhaps the first store in the city. So Sumit, we'll come back to you on our rollout plan. And if there's anything specific, Dave, you want to mention on the cities that you perhaps are looking at, which I currently understand is Delhi NCR as a priority, and Maharashtra, Bombay and the rest of Maharashtra being the regions that we're considering at this stage. We also have inquiries pouring in from other cities and states where people have shown interest to take up a franchisee.
Yeah, so as I said, I replied to the gentleman as well that West Bengal is part of our phase 3. As I said, we've divided India into clusters. We'll share those phase-wise expansion. And for us, everything happens very fast. So when we are saying we open 50 stores, we open 50 stores in a month and we immediately move into next. So our phase 1, phase 2 is not say 6 months, 7 months. It's probably all running parallel to each other. It's just that cluster wise helps us to expand better and build a product which is more strong and sustainable in the market. So West Bengal, I'll share with you our state-wise expansion, and you can then share with the prospective.
Sure. Dave, I'll take one last question from one of the viewers here. He wants to understand on the exit. If one of the investors, anyone who wants to exit from the business, running business, what is the exit plan?
Again, I think this is again, which is we've thought about it and we've discussed it even in the past. We have very clear exit plan, which is equal for the investor and the franchisee and both for us. Any point of time, 60 to 70% investment is on the inventory, right? Which we say, if you see on our gold model, which is currently at say 15 and a half, 10 lakh is only on the inventory, which at any point of time within the contract period, if it is over is or any time later is returned back to the investor, right? So he anyways gets 60%. Everything else is more on the store, the inlet, and you must understand we will be putting substantial investment in people, technology, processes. So, you know, if 60 to 70% cost of yours is anytime returnable as and when if the store, if we mutually agree to close the store in full value.
Yeah, I think one last thing I wanted to say in closing is I had spoken about how this model is low complexity for people, low downside, so you don't lose money, and there is a meaningful upside. In addition, they've briefly mentioned this, but just want to underline it that, one of the unique things ShopX is doing is actually to work with consumers, reach out to consumers using our consumer app and consumer platform. So that is really important. If you open a store today, the biggest problem is how do you drive walk-ins? How do you get people to be aware of the store? And most stores just rely on your location and whoever is nearby will discover it. While we actually actively do marketing using our consumer app, and we do flyer activity, we do online digital marketing to drive awareness amongst consumers about this store, so that really solves the demand problem to a large extent and raises the awareness levels about the store. Okay.
Thank you. I think very helpful. And this is a great opportunity at this hour because I think the rentals are softened. And so we would see about 25 to 30% immediate reduction. Rather, I have also invited 2 members on this piece which are our real estate Remax team, which would actively work on especially real estate owners, people who have their own properties would be the right ideal candidates. Also because they now can utilize the property and start getting a minimum guarantee, and so it's a great opportunity for that side. So I think there is a lot of merit in the opportunity. You have a great, brilliant team which is available, and if you can share your own contacts and with everybody. So if they want to reach out to you or ask more questions, they can directly reach out to you, or they will also be routed through Franchise India team.
Yeah. Absolutely. Great. Perfect. Thanks, Gaurav and Sonia, for putting this together, entire Franchise India team. Thanks for all the people who attended. Thanks for your time. And we would look forward to hearing from you. Any doubts, please reach out to us or Franchise India team.
And thank you very much. Thanks, Amit.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Amit. Thank you, Dave. One last thing I want to say, Amit, we are seeing all the new businesses emerging today, and your kind of business is also set up a new precedent. This is the new business template, the new vocabulary like disruption, innovation, technology, digitalization, collaboration, all these words we see pronounced the most today. And I see a perfect blend of all these and rather a balance of all these dimensions in your business model. So we wish you all the best, and we hope that we go long term in opening up the rollout, the dream project for ShopX in this financial year.
Sure. Thanks, Sonia.
Thank you.
So from Franchise India team, we really want to thank our panelists, Gaurav, Sonia ma'am. We really want to extend our thanks to Amit, Devashish, Ritika and Ajinkya. And finally, thank you all the participants, friends who have come and joined and have understood about ShopX. We got your queries. We'll definitely come back to you through your emailers or through WhatsApp. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.